Mr. Speaker, to ask the Secretary of State for Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy to make a statement regarding the lifting of the moratorium on shale gas extraction.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and what a pleasure it is to be continuing on this theme. And indeed, the honourable lady is right to be saying to me that I need to find the right page, because I am having some difficulty in finding the right page immediately. But don't worry. Don't worry.
Secretary of State. Is there another copy we can send through? Have you got it? Order, Secretary of State.
Mr. Speaker, I'm very grateful to the right honourable gentleman for bringing forward his urgent question, and I'm glad to be able to announce that the moratorium on extraction of shale gas is being lifted, and a statement has been laid before the House to do this. As I was setting out in the previous urgent question, it is important that we use all available sources of fuel within this country. It is more environmentally friendly to use our own sources of fuel rather than to extract them from other countries and transport them here at great cost, both financially and in terms of carbon. It is something, therefore, that we need to revisit, and we need to revisit the seismic limits to ensure that shale gas extraction can be done in an effective and efficient way.
Mr. Speaker, this is obviously a case of the dog ate my homework, and it's hardly surprising. Let's start by taking his excuse for lifting the fracking ban, Mr. Speaker, that it will make a difference to the energy bills crisis. It won't, because gas is sold on the international market. The current Chancellor said so in February of this year, and I quote, "No amount of shale gas would be enough to lower the European price of gas." Even, Mr. Speaker, the founder of Quadrilla said the Secretary of State is wrong in an article published yesterday. So first, why doesn't he admit the truth? That anyone who knows anything about this subject says his claim that fracking will cut bills is nonsense. Next, let's come to safety. The 2019 manifesto, on which he and every member of the party opposite stood, said this, Mr. Speaker: "We will not support fracking unless the science shows categorically that it can be done safely." They are lifting the ban, but they can't supply the evidence. And the British Geological Survey published today certainly doesn't do it. So, in the absence of the evidence, his approach is to change the safety limits. He says in his written statement laid before this House, tolerating a higher degree of risk and disturbance appears to us to be in the national interest. I look forward to him and his colleagues explaining his charter for earthquakes to the people of Lancashire, Yorkshire, the Midlands, Sussex, Dorset and indeed Somerset, who will be part of his dangerous experiment. Let me tell the party opposite, we will hang this broken promise round their necks in every part of the country between now and the next general election. The Conservative manifesto also said, having listened to local communities, we have ruled out changes to the planning system. Does he stand by that promise? And how will he abide by the Prime Minister's commitment to local consent? The truth is, he doesn't get this, that you can't escape a fossil fuels crisis by doubling down on fossil fuels. Renewables are today 9 times cheaper than gas. The only way to cut energy bills and have energy security is with zero-carbon homegrown power, including onshore wind and solar, which his wing of the Conservative Party hates and he continues to block. For communities in every part of our country, today shows they can never trust a word this government says again. And he has shown he is willing to break his promises to support dangerous fringe ideas that put the interests of fossil fuel companies above that of the British people.
Secretary of State.
Mr. Speaker, there was plenty of energy in that, but it was, I'm afraid, more sound and fury that signifieth nothing. We know that shale gas is safe. It's safe in the United States and has been one of the biggest contributors to the decline in carbon emissions in the United States of any activity that has gone on in that country.